Hi, I've got your energy stories for the third week of September 2025, and I'm sitting in a hotel room in Tucson, Arizona at the Smart Energy Decisions Forum. Well, the war on offshore wind continues. The Trump administration has requested that a federal judge rescind the 2024 approval of U.S. Wind's Maryland 2,200 megawatt offshore wind farm, claiming that the Biden administration had underestimated the potential harm to search and rescue operations in commercial fisheries. That project, with its planned 114 turbines, has spent many years in the permitting process. Construction of the first phase is scheduled for next year. The administration had justified its action, stating that the project's approval had relied on a legal interpretation of the Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act during the Biden administration that was withdrawn by the Interior Department attorneys this year. On a similar note, Bloomberg reported that Northeastern governors are looking at possible quid pro quos with the Trump administration that might keep development of their multi-billion-dollar offshore wind farms on track. Possible concessions include support of small modular nuclear reactors and fossil fuel infrastructure plays that they've previously opposed, according to people familiar with these conversations. For his part, Governor Ned Lamont from Connecticut openly told Politico he's willing to make a deal to move the $6.2 billion Revolution Wind project forward if somebody in the Department of Interior will, quote, pick up the phone, unquote. That project is subject to the recently issued federal stop work order. We're happy to open up the conversation to other sources of energy, including natural gas, he said. Meanwhile, Secretary of the Interior Doug Burgum recently stated to CNBC that the administration is in discussions with state governors and will soon render a final decision. In Chicago, utility ComEd is kicking off its vehicle-to-grid V2G electric school bus charging pilot with 3 Illinois school districts. The goal here is to evaluate bidirectional charging technology and determine how it can enhance the grid while cutting system peaks. That's laudable, and one has to start somewhere. But such programs have already taken place in Massachusetts and California. One hopes that these are not only trials, but have follow-on plans to expand these programs significantly. It's long past time. Well, the U.S. Department of Energy will deliver $134 million in grant funding for 2 programs designed to support emerging fusion technologies. $128 million is to be awarded under the Fusion Innovative Research Engine, FIRE Collaborative, which will focus on building a fusion energy science and technology innovation ecosystem with virtual centrally managed teams. An additional $6.1 million will support 20 projects that aim to increase collaboration between businesses and national laboratories or universities. In storage news, Plus Power cut the ribbon on its 150 megawatt, 300 megawatt hour energy storage facility in southeastern Massachusetts, making it the largest standalone battery system in ISO New England. Massachusetts has a goal of deploying 1,000 megawatts of storage by 2025 and 5,000 megawatts by 2030. And it just announced it's received 13 bids in response to its solicitation for 1,500 megawatts of mid-duration storage systems offering energy from 4 to 10 hours. In Kansas, we've seen a unanimous and unique settlement agreement suggesting that a new tariff model for data center load may help inoculate other ratepayers on the system. This proposed tariff, that must be blessed by the Kansas Corporation Commission during its October 8th meeting, involves multiple parties, including the Kansas Corporation Commission staff, local utility Evergy, the Citizens Utility Ratepayer Board, school districts, multiple industrial businesses, the Sierra Club, National Resources Defense Council, and interestingly enough, Google and the data industry group, the Data Center Coalition. This rate structure will affect large load customers who have 75 megawatt or more monthly peak loads, and it will involve a duration of 17 years. By contrast, the one-size-fits-all tariff just approved in Ohio only covers 12 years with a 4-year ramp and then 8 years of full service. These contracts in Kansas specify minimum take-or-pay provisions, making the users responsible for a minimum of 80% of their capacity, whether they use it or not. They will also have to post collateral equal to 2 years of minimum bills. And in addition, the tariff includes a novel approach that places an interim capacity charge on top of the regular electrical rate in the event that additional electricity generation is required to address that new marginal load. And finally, in new technology, solid-state batteries move closer to commercialization. at a Volkswagen Group press conference, QuantumScape and PowerCo announced the world's first live demonstration of an EV powered by a solid-state lithium battery, developed by Audi engineers for QuantumScape cells and offers an energy density of 844 watt-hours per liter, with a charging rate of from 10 to 80% in just over 12 minutes. Putting that density number in perspective, per the Department of Energy, the best lithium batteries in 2017 achieved about 250 watt-hours per liter, and by 2020, they were up to 450. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.